Background music and ambience brought to you in part by Midnight Syndicate. Music for the imagination and the perfect musical accompaniment for the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
In a world that is not what it seems, and where people are not whom they appear to be, where puns run rampant through the streets, and it's hard to tell who the real monsters are. Three villains work to tear the world of Euphrae asunder, and to find new ways to terrorize Tim and Terry. Welcome to A Fool's Quest, Villains. Now, let's join the drow rogue Ayda, the gladiator bard Francis the Lion, and the rogue warlock Hesh von Eggars, as they conspire together to thwart the progress of those gag-me fools. Beware, there be villains here.
We are aboard the Sea Lab with Captain Murphy, Sturmy, and Spurks, and Debbie 1 and Debbie 2. And Debbie does Dallas. There's three Debbies now. They're everywhere. Debbie Dallas. We switched from P words to D words.
That new one's a chag.
Yes, back to the chags. So the Sea Hags on the Sea Lab, we are planning for an attack to come while we travel. So we're going to do two things while we travel. We know that as we get closer to Telioke, there's a really high chance of the Sea Hags attacking because it's their mating season. So we're anticipating on day 3 or night 3 of travel, before we get to where we want to land, a Sea Hag attack. In the first 2 days, we are going to do whatever the fuck you guys want to do to prep for that. And on top of that, we are going to make our random roll travel events. So we will go around the table, starting with Francis. So you'll go first, and then it will go to Ayda, and then it will go to Hesh. And a 19 or 20 triggers a travel event.
15.
14.
So that's out of the way. We have no travel events that happen. You guys are boring as fuck. And what do you do while you travel?
I think we're just gonna kind of wait, yeah?
Well, I don't know. What do you want to do? Nothing in particular?
No, nothing. Just talk with the crew. Get a feel for their skills.
That's fair. I'd be looking to make sure we had harpoons and possible ability to make traps with the ropes we have, or nets on hand, or I don't know if this is outfitted with cannons and cannonballs and stuff like that. I don't know.
Ballistic.
Yeah, so I would be if we're gonna be fighting shit that lives in the water, these mermaids, then I'm absolutely going to want to. Oh, and also very skeptical of the crew, and periodically casting detect thoughts. I have two spell slots of that, to see if any of them are the chags.
Okay.
So I would start with Captain Murphy.
Okay.
100%.
Some trust issues there.
Yeah. I don't know how you want to do that, but they would do a wisdom saving throw of 15. But essentially, the longer I probe, the deeper I get into their thoughts without them knowing.
So they don't know. So what happens when they save?
I don't get through.
Okay.
So nothing happens.
So your first one with Captain Murphy. Actually, yeah, your first two times of trying it, I got a 17 and a 19.
Okay,
natural.
So absolutely writing in my notebook that probably a Chag. Like, Captain Murphy, Chag, question mark, underline, and then underneath of that, probably yes.
Dear diary.
That's right.
Captain Murphy, Chag.
So I get my spells back after a short rest.
Do you think with a southern accent as well?
Yes.
Captain Murphy.
Yeah, but it's more Foghorn Leghorn. What was that guy's name?
Yeah, Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, it's more. Now I'm saying. Now I'm gonna tell you, boy.
Boy,
you
I said, boy.
boy. I say. He's probably a Chag. The whole time.
Anyone's head, boy. That's a head. But that's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. Toes, that is. But the fast ones get right by you. Keep your ears open.
So it, take an hour of rest while like trying to ask the crew if they have like the blitz and stuff, to regain my spells. So I'd like just periodically through an 8 to 10 hour day detecting thoughts on people.
Okay.
Until I see if they're Chags or not.
Okay. Well, you don't identify any Chags. There are a couple people, including Captain Murphy and Debbie too, that you just cannot read. Everybody else, though, you're pretty sure you've checked them off in your book. Not Chag, Sea Hag.
So at the end of the day, I'd probably take it to the group, to Ayda and to Francis, and be like, listen, I probed them deeply, mentally, gotten in there.
No, mentally.
I went in so deep, and found their most deepest thoughts, and I'm pretty sure that the captain and I'm sorry, which Debbie?
Debbie 2.
Debbie 2.
Not Debbie Dallas, not Debbie 1.
And Debbie Dose is absolutely prime candidates to be Chags.
We
should check their butts.
They are pirates. They're crazy.
Check their
There's no pirates.
Yeah, no pirates. This is all above board.
Something's wrong with you. Really.
That's my first day.
Okay.
I think you're full of shit, but whatever.
Facts don't lie. They don't care about your feelings.
I think hers were the facts. So that's what Hesh does in his hungover stupor. He tries reading people's minds. What do you do, Ayda?
I would go to the ones that aren't named, see how long they've been with Captain Murphy, see how loyal they are, and just try to get a feel for how they're going to either help or hinder our situation in our travel.
Okay. So NPCs 1 through 15, they all talk to you pretty openly. It's been a while since they've been out on the open sea, and they're starting to think that Captain Murphy's getting a little bit crazy. Outside of them, they're pretty sworn into him, but after the assassins attack on the people on the passengers that they had before, he keeps talking about gnomes putting brains in construct bodies, but they have yet to see a gnome job come through. He said they had one group of gnomes a long time ago that kind of talked about it and left a book about it, but apparently Murphy's swearing by it. And then he started getting rid of all of the torches, so they had like these flammable torches, like quick light torches, but he was having a real hard time with them, and he thought that they were like really starting to play an impact on how people interact with each other. He thinks that they need to be destroyed. So he went through and he wanted old school torches or no torches at all. So a lot of like lights out. Really, really weird. Debbie 1 had a really hard time with it, but it was ended up being the captain's decision. And then they lost. They had their first in command, which was Strada. He left. He got kicked off the boat after he hired the assassins by mistake, but he took responsibility. So yeah, they kind of tell you all these things that have been going on, and they're just not sure about Captain's sanity. And they say that he has bought a case of rum, a really, really large stock of rum that is down in Pod 7.
Oh, boy.
Classic Chag behavior. Chad.
His name
It's
is
a new evolution of a sea hag. Is their Chads now?
the male version for mating season.
Whoa!
Right on.
Yeah, so that's the information that you don't get it all from one person that just blurts it out, but that's what you've strung together over the couple days of chatting up the NPC group.
All right.
Francis, what about you?
Well, I rolled for my charges. I got 1.
Okay.
I'm
So I
proud
have
of
2
you.
charges on Paulie's Boltzing Pirate Peg Leg.
Nope, we switched to D's this episode.
Damn.
Yes, correct. Got it. Nailed it.
I catch on. I'm
So is
not really much
Debbie's Dancing Driftwood?
dancing driftwood. Not really much I want to do before the Chag fight,
Okay.
or the one that we assume is coming. I think I'm just going to, entertain the sailors. I'll play some music and whatnot,
Okay. Yeah.
and just generally be handsome.
Yeah.
I share the information that I gathered with them.
Sweet. Do you guys ever make your way down to Pod 6 at all? Or you just ignore it?
Just to sleep and drop my backpack off there, but
Okay, your cabin's not actually in
Yeah,
Pod 6.
I was going to say,
Oh.
we store our stuff, or
Oh.
we're able to store our stuff in Pod 6, but we're sleeping in a different cabin.
Yep.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I'll go take a look at Pod 6.
Okay, Pod 6 has an alcohol still down there that somebody had put together. Like a little still that they built in there and then left.
Oh,
That hasn't been taken care of, and it's just kind of got a bunch of dust and cobwebs and stuff from, just chilling.
I'm going to go to the galley and look for potatoes.
The galley has potatoes.
So good.
And what do you do with these potatoes?
Nothing. I know it's made from them, but I don't know how. So.
Just sets them on and around them, and when it doesn't do anything, starts throwing them at it. Do stuff!
Stupid
Commanding
thing.
you. On.
Can't tell if this is like a
Alexa,
nature
make
roll
vodka.
or a survival roll, medicine roll.
Pod 6.
Pod 6 ruined my alcohol. All right, so you take some potatoes down to Pod 6 and you set them next to the still, and then you leave.
Yeah, does it have a door or something? A lid? I'm going to put them in it.
Yeah, it's got like one of those giant metal like lids that you can put the potatoes in the still. And
Law and Order lid.
no, a normal metal lid. Quit being stupid.
I'm gonna hum that song while I'm putting potatoes in it. And close up the lid.
Abandoned distillers. SVU.
Special vodka unit.
Yes. Well done.
She went 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put the potatoes in there. I don't know what to do next, so I'll just leave them and hope.
Prod it a bunch. Do stuff.
God damn. Okay.
I don't know how to switch your character. I think you add other things to it, don't you? And then just leave it
I
there.
think water and sugar, but maybe more stuff. I don't know.
Some yeast or something. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, who knows? Taco sauce.
Yes, mild.
Yeah. Not that spicy vodka.
Mild sauce does ferment. I will vouch for that.
So you guys make it to day 3. Hangover's gone for Hesh. Ayda has investigated all of her crew. Francis has been playing his bagpipes and whatever the fuck he was doing with those potatoes.
Like the cook's like, where? I know I put them around here.
It's only a 3-day trip, but I'm all out of potatoes.
Where did those go?
What the fuck?
They were right here in this drawer.
Yeah, so you guys get to day 3, and you were going. I mean, is there anything you're prepping for the Chag attack, or are you guys just gonna?
The boat's all shiny, I'm assuming.
Yep, the boat is shiny, and I forgot you guys did find not full on ballistas, but you found like A-frames that you could mount heavy crossbows on, and there were 6 heavy crossbows.
Nice.
In Pod 4. So you could take the A-frames, nail them into the ground, and then mount the heavy crossbows on edge of the boats, the rail, the outsidey thing. I'm not a fucking boat guy.
The hull.
I'm no boat doctor.
No, no boat surgeon.
No
I don't know how
boatologist.
Boatologist.
So that's good. Mounting those up. Also, being able to make nets to give to to the red shirts.
Yes.
And then, having them weighted nets so that they could either capture them on the deck or hopefully, ensnare them and cast them off the side.
What's that kung fu movie where they throw a net on a guy and he's like, oh no, a net?
It's Kung Pao.
Kung Pao, yeah. Save that. Yeah.
The tiny net always works.
Master Betty, my compliments. That tiny net was surefire. Yes, a tiny net is a death sentence. It's a net and it's tiny. Sure.
My name is Betty.
You find some nets. It's a boat with ropes.
My next character is going to be...
And we can, with those cases of rum, we can make some Molotov cocktails and...
But why is the rum gone?
Wooden boat.
Don't tell the captain. Well, you
Surrounded
don't
by
chuck
water,
them at
though.
the boat.
Surrounded by water. It makes
Chuck them
sense.
at the chags.
Yeah, but... Okay. I'm in.
All right. So we've got Molotov cocktails.
Do we have nets with weights?
Tiny nets that are weighted. Tiny, though.
Just the face.
We have, what did I say, 6 heavy crossbows mounted on A-frames. Any other dumb fuckery you guys would like to take advantage of?
Were there cannons and cannonballs or no?
No.
Okay.
No. It's not a warship. It's a transport ship.
Give them time.
Maybe after you guys burn a hole in the side of the hull, they can put a cannon there.
I fixed it.
I'm hoping.
I've made you a gun
I'm
port.
sorry. I still have my sorry notes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you were
I
doing
forgot to give them to the people that I stole from.
They're never going to know that you were sorry. It's tragic.
It's gonna haunt me. I've woken up every night on this trip.
She
just
writes letters.
screaming.
Hesh sleeps like a baby.
So for the planning, I think with your prestidigitation trick, you should make Sturmy the shiny, sparkly, pretty one.
And I'll give him the eye.
And also make Spurks dirty.
Well, I can only cast it on one person at one point.
Oh, damn.
And it's not like an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
So
like a minute.
I'm going to give you this boat real quick, and you guys can mark on there where you're going to put A's for your heavy crossbows, where you want to put them. Put X's for your nets,
Is this the front? I'm assuming.
It's called a bow.
and then put.
I will not bow.
You said 6, correct?
Yep, six A-frames. So A's for the crossbows, X's for the nets, and K's for cocktails. But don't make the K's look like X's.
How many nets?
10.
Like right up here.
Yeah. Yep.
And then who do you guys want on what? Nets, crossbows, Molotov cocktails.
I want to be by the helm. Up above.
Yes. See, because he's the one steering the boat, right? So
Helmsman?
yeah. So we want to make sure he survives.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to steer a boat.
That's what I'm saying. And anybody else can steer this boat besides.
Spurks is
That
the
guy.
helmsman.
So
Probably
Spurks needs to be
Jesus.
safe.
He takes the wheel, I think. I did it.
Ding.
You
Is that
did
the
it.
inspiration leaving? I don't know.
Wait. I can man the crossbows on the front of the boat.
Yes.
So I'll be up.
I honestly don't care what NPCs or who takes what. I will be here with the helmsman protecting them because I'm mostly casting and shooting a short bow. So
You got Sturmy Waters that'll be up in the crow's nest. You got Spurks that'll be on the wheel. You've got Murphy that will be captaining.
Doing captain stuff, yelling or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the rest of them we'll just grab some red shirts and say, do it.
Okay.
come on, do stuff.
So we'll have Ayda up with the nets at the front of the boat, the bow.
Debbie Dallas has got to.
She's got
one of the
nets,
crossbows.
crossbows and cocktails up there to take your pick
Divvy
from.
out.
She's on one side, the other Debbie's on the other side, the other Debbie on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Debbie Dallas and Debbie 1 up on crossbows and Debbie 2 in the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Debbie Downer.
Debbie Downer. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait in the middle of the deck and just shove people out of my way if I want one of the things they have.
Prime target.
Okay. All right.
Oh, handsome.
So that's the idea. All right. So Ayda's going to be at the front directing those NPCs. Hesh is going to be at the helm with Spurks protecting him from being killed by sea hags.
Oh, I inspire people. They hate that.
They do.
They do.
Ooh. How hard is it to climb up to the crow's nest?
It would probably take 3 rounds of climbing.
It's way up there.
Without failing checks, I imagine.
Well, if you're not in combat, it's got
Oh, I was assuming
like ladder
talk.
But yeah.
No, I just meant during the fight if I get overwhelmed.
3 rounds of combat. Yep. All right. It's go time.
Prepare to fight.
So, montage over. Fancy 80s dancing songs done. We fade to night. Captain Murphy keeps getting angry about the torches, but Debbie 1 has convinced him that just for this night only, we should keep them lit all night long. Especially the torches up towards the front where the Molotov cocktails are. And it gets eerily quiet as you guys get to the waters closer to the Velkin Straits.
You can hear Hesh like moderately volume, just nervously talking to Spurts, the helmsman, and like just being, I totally agree. They're all mailbox heads, and I don't know what they were thinking with the whole thing. It's like, if you're gonna have a green phone, you're gonna have it. You know what I mean? Like, watch out for that. And I just don't understand why they wouldn't take care of it.
Spurks is like, I don't know what a phone is, but I agree with everything else.
Fig nuts.
Do you want the mustache on or off? Too bad. Okay. It gets eerily quiet, and then all of a sudden, you guys start to hear thumps across the hull of the boat. Thank you. The hull, the magic words.
You're growing up so
I'm
fast.
so proud of you.
Eventually, you start to hear them hitting in rapid succession, and you hear your first screech from one of the sea hags.
Mermaids!
Whoa! Mermaid off the port bow!
Down below, and the sea hag attack begins. Everybody roll up initiative. Ayda 19.
Yeah.
Hesh.
13.
Francis.
11.
On purpose?
No.
Couldn't you persuade the dice a little bit?
I do have that inspiration.
Okay, so Ayda goes first.
Do we actually see them, or we just heard it?
You where you are at can see them. The other two cannot see them.
Okay.
Just so you guys know, as a free action, what we'll do for this combat as a free action, Ayda, you can bark a command at one group of people and then take an action. So you can do your movement, take an action, and bark a command. Hesh, you can bark a command for Spurks, stealing the steering the helm. He unscrews it and runs away. Jumps in the water.
Everything's legal.
No pirates.
You got it, let's go!
And
Bye, suckers.
Francis, in the center of the deck, you can also bark out one order, make movement, and make one action. Okay?
Excellent.
All right, so Ayda, you go first.
So I'm already at the front of the boat, correct?
Yep.
All right, so I see them, and Debbie Dallas is to the left, or whichever side that is. I don't know.
Starboard, we'll say. I know that's a word that people use. Port side? Left.
Yeah. Or left star right.
Port side.
Yeah.
All right, so Debbie Dallas is on port side, and I'll holler to her, hey, they're up front. Everybody move. Everybody from your group move to the front.
Okay.
Are they within range?
Yeah, they're within range, yep.
And I will... I guess I'll just chuck one of the Molotov cocktails at them.
Okay. So you chuck it on down. Roll your attack.
18.
18 hits.
Yes.
Roll 2d8 plus 5.
So 9.
All right, so it falls down and it hits one of the creatures, and it explodes all over and catches their head on fire and starts to float out toward others, but it doesn't quite get out to other people. And the one that it hit sinks into the water to unfire itself.
Douse the fire.
Yes.
Okay.
Words are hard. What did you order the others to do? Just to take position, right?
Yeah, to move toward the front.
Yep, okay.
Just on port side.
Yep, so they are all moving to take position for the people who were up there. And it is Hesh's turn.
All right, which ones am I commanding again?
You are doing Spurks, who's at the
To the helm.
Yep.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna I heard them from the left, so I'm going to
Port side.
put
We've
myself
decided.
on the port side, and I'm going to ready an Eldritch Blast for as soon as I see one come over the edge.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire in its face.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell him steady on.
Okay. Francis?
So they're coming from the front of the boat.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to move forward a bit, and I'm going to tell the guys on the starboard side to move forward, and then I'm going to give Ayda an inspiration die. So I say, make sure you hold them off. Or whatever. Very inspired. You're inspired.
What do I do with this?
You can add it to a...
Attack or ability check.
Yeah, ability check, attack, roll, saving throw, or if something attacks you, you can add it to your armor class before you know whether it hits or not.
Okay.
And it is now the Sea Hag's turn. So the Sea Hags,
Or you can add it to damage too. Sorry.
4 of them let out loud screeches, 3 of them from the port side, and those 3 start climbing up the side of the boat, the hull. And then 1 on the starboard side, you hear a screech as well, and it starts climbing. There are more Sea Hags in the water still, but those are the 4 that make any kind of movement up the boat. And yeah, that's all you guys know for now. And it is back to top of combat. Go
Wait,
ahead.
did they appear over? Or
No, not
Okay,
yet.
I'm sorry.
Not
Sorry.
yet. It's a big boat, so they're going to take 1 turn to climb, and then the next turn they'll be able to get over. Just based on what you can see as far as their ability. And next round of combat is Ayda.
There's still some in front of me, correct?
Yep.
All right, so I want to shout for 2 of them to go back to the port side to defend that side. We still have players on the starboard side, so I'm not worried about that. So we're going to continue to focus on the ones in front. And I want 2 of them to throw cocktails
Okay.
while I attack with my bow.
Okay.
16. And then with my short bow, it's 1d6 plus 4. 5.
Okay. So we'll call that Sea Hag 1. You hit for 5 damage. And then roll 2d8 plus 5 for one of the ones in the water got hit by a Molotov cocktail. From yours.
1d8 plus 4.
2d8 plus 5.
15.
Okay, so that one drops back into the water as well. Goes away. And it is back over to Hesh.
I'm gonna tell him all ahead full, and I am going to ready again.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to use my action not to ready, but to prestidigitation him to look dingy and gross,
Okay. Good call.
and then I'll just keep an eye out.
So he'll be the least likely to be attacked by the hags. Okay. And it is over to Francis.
I am going to, I guess, head to the port side of the boat. I'm going to tell that group to throw nets on the one that's climbing up the starboard side.
Okay.
Head to the
Number
port side.
1 or number 2? Oh, wait, starboard side. So that's number 4.
Number 4, yeah. Throw nets on it, knock it down.
Bring in the tiny nets.
Yes. I'm going to head to the starboard side and cast Dissonant Whispers on one of them, which requires a Wisdom saving throw.
It makes it.
Dang.
I mean, I rolled a natural 17.
So 6 damage.
Okay. The net missed the one that was climbing, but hit one of the other ones.
Yes, the tiny
and took it down underwater. So hit one of the ones that was in the water still. Okay. It is now the Sea Hag's turn. So Sea Hag number 1, with an arrow sticking out of its left arm, finishes climbing up over the top and jumps out onto the dock. Not dock. The deck. Damn, so close.
The boat floor.
The dirty, dingy
The boat
deck.
ground.
Also the inside ceiling.
The outside floor.
So number 2 does the same. Number 3 slips and falls back down into the water. And number 4 gets onto the deck as well. And back to the top of the order. Because it's for deaths there.
So how many are still out front?
There are, in the water, there's 3 more on port side and 2 on starboard. On deck, there is
1 on each side?
2 on port, 1 on starboard.
I'll have the crew on the port side throw nets at both the 2 that's on deck.
Okay.
And I will shoot my crossbow at, which ones are over there, 1 and 2?
Yep, 1 and 2.
And shoot my crossbow again at number 2.
Okay.
18?
That's it.
10?
Yeah, nice. And they both get nets thrown on them.
Surprise, motherfucker.
So they are both
Kind of incapacitated.
restrained.
Nice.
So their speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against it have advantage. And the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. And it is now over to Hesh's turn.
There are 2 on the port side?
Yep.
Okay.
Both have
And
been damaged, and number 3 on the starboard side has not been damaged.
Which one's closest to me, number 1?
Where you are standing on the boat, starboard is the closest, which is number 3.
Okay. And there's an ally within 30 feet of me there, or no?
No, because everybody ran to the port side as directed.
X. Big X.
There was like one person who was like up towards the front of the boat that was still chucking stuff at the people on starboard, but for the most part, everybody ran over to the port side where they were busiest.
I will tell the helmsman to pull a hard right to the starboard side.
Aye, aye, sir! Arr, Jim boy, arr!
Bracing myself, I'm also going to softball pitch 2 Eldritch Blasts. 14 damage.
Okay, and what does that look like?
So it's that there are 2 very large softballs of just like white and purple eldritch energy that flares from my hands and then arcs over the railing, I guess, of where the helm's area is, and just like pelts her in the face and in the side, like down by the hips. And I would assume she would kind of like react very much like a pitcher would, being hit by the ball.
All right, it hits it. It hurts like a bitch. And it's Francis's turn.
All right.
Oh wait, just so you know, the hard turn loses 2 of the people on the port side, 2 of the hags that were in the water still.
Nice.
Nice.
But the ones on the 2 on the port side are there, or 1 on the port side is there, 2 on the starboard side that were in the water are still active. Okay,
very cool.
And then there's still the 1 on the deck on the starboard side and
2 on the port side. Yep, and the 2 on the port side have nets.
They have nets. Excellent. I'm gonna just charge at the 1 on the starboard side with my rapier.
Okay.
And yeah, try to attack it twice, and that's going to be 2 hits.
Okay.
As I just run up and just stab it right in the tum-tum. Twice, lightning fast. 18 damage total.
Wow.
9 and 9.
Nice. So you stab it right into the sea hag belly, and she hates it.
Yes, she does.
She looks down and she's like, this is not fun for me.
All right, so sea hag.
How's that for beauty? Wink.
Wink.
Sea Hag 1 in the net casts a death glare over at Ayda, so I need a DC 11 wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
So roll a d20 and add 0.
20.
Nicely done. So it doesn't do anything.
Wait, doesn't that 20?
I don't know. It's 20.
Roll it again.
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
About to explode that sea hag's
Yeah.
head with the psychic feedback.
Okay, so number 2 turns its glare towards Hesh, and you have to make a DC 11 Wisdom save.
But I
for,
don't want it.
for the death glare.
It's supposed to, so 18.
Okay, so you make it. And then number 3 does the same to Francis.
2.
Holy shit.
Would you like to use your inspiration?
It is called a death glare.
Yeah.
That's actually a 1 once I modify it. So, yeah, I think I'm going to use my inspiration.
Well, it is called a death glare.
No,
It is called
7.
power
7?
kill.
Yeah.
Okay. Her horrid face just stares right at you. This is number 3, the one you just ran through with 2 rapiers. So you've got your 2 rapiers in her.
Just the one.
Oh,
Just
the one.
twice,
Oh, twice.
quickly.
So she grabs your arm the second time that you plunge it into her side, and she stares right into your eyes and knocks you straight up like Fight Club style, and then you fall to the ground and drop to 0 hit points.
Oh. Okay.
Why'd you do that?
Am I dying?
You are dying.
I'm not stable?
Nope.
Oof. Okay.
So that is that Sea Hag's turn, and it is back to Ayda's turn.
I order the crew to throw like 5 cocktails at the one that just attacked Francis. And then I'm going to go after number 2 on the port side again with my rapier.
Okay, so the very first cocktail that gets chucked is a crit that hits that hag right in the face. So I need you to roll 4d8 plus 5.
Perfect. And I can do the inspiration, right?
Yeah. Or it did. Yeah.
30.
Would you like to explain how that looks?
So, well, it wouldn't. I didn't throw the cocktail, but let's say Debbie number 2, Debbie Downer, chucks that thing hard overhand, and the bottle explodes in her face, and she's screaming and wailing, and just collapses on the deck.
And collapses a good distance away from Francis. And the other 4 that got chucked all go over the edge and explode on the 2 that were down below, and they sink into the water to go away.
Very gnarly.
And I still got my rapier, don't I, for number 2?
Yeah, because that was your order. So you still have your rapier for number 2.
9.
9. All right. And
Am I able to reach him in 30 feet? If I jumped? If I did an athletics check?
if you do an athletics check, I'd say yeah.
Nat 18.
Yeah.
Plus, I think 2, so 20. So I will... Yeah, I leap from the railing and do kind of a slide across the deck into a, standing into a run. Then slide again, pulling out a healer's kit and applying it to him, which just stabilizes you with no check. But it takes my use.
It takes your what?
It takes a use.
Oh.
So it consumes. I have 3 of those. Well, no, I have 2.
Okay.
But that's my turn. And the bonus is to level out and continue all head full for the helmsman.
Is what you shot at.
Yeah, before I jump and do the thing.
Cool. And Francis, you are at 1 hit point.
All right, I'm going to stand up and then cast Cure Wounds on myself a little bit.
When he does it, I say, "You're doing it, Peter." I don't. No, I don't say that.
Puts me up 15 more hit points.
Very nice. Okay. And do you call out any orders from your gasping, dying, undying breath?
Don't look at those things; they're hideous. Also, go fight those ones. Shoot them with the crossbows.
So the people on the person on the starboard side grabs the crossbow, wheels it around from the water where it was pointed. So this is Debbie Downer. So she turns and she's like sitting on the railing, and she shoots at number 1, and that is a hit. So for the heavy crossbow, do 1d10 plus 3, Tony.
Five.
Okay, so she shoots. It goes all the way across the board from the starboard side to the port side, and hits the sea hag. Oh, you had advantage on that, or on that attack. So maybe it was a crit.
She's restrained.
Not a crit. All right, so 5 damage. So sea hag is in the net, tries to get out of. Well, pulls the net off.
Number 1, I thought they were both in nets.
They are, yeah. So number 1 pulls the net off, and she's now free, and she moves to where she is up next to Hesh. The number 2 takes the net off as well, and moves, or is standing next to Ayda. So attacks Ayda.
Ow.
And misses.
Nice.
So that's her turn. So she slashes at you with her claws.
That was
and
number 2.
parry. Yep, number 2. And does nothing. No damage. Misses. You dodge. Nimbly. And it is over to Ada's turn.
What are the... I don't know what the magic missile and the knock spells are. I didn't get a
knock
chance.
will open a door.
Okay, don't want that.
Or unlock something. And then your magic missiles are automatic hits, but they're a D4, those little triangle-looking ones. 5 of those little buddies, and then add +5.
I want to do that.
Yep.
Number 2.
All right, so magic missiles against...
Hey, number
Yep.
2.
So 5d4 plus 5.
Yep.
I need one more. I thought I had enough. I thought it was 4. There we go. 14.
14 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So you shoot 5 of these magic... You read from the scroll. You pull the scroll out, and you start reading through it really quick, and shoot these 5 magic missiles that come straight out of the scroll, and just blast this sea hag number 2 that was right in front of you. Just blast her in her face and chest several times. 5 times, to be exact. And she screeches out in pain, and then it moves over to Hesh.
I'm going to cast darkness on myself. I'm going to stand up, which is have my movement speed. And then I'm going to skimmy around her as close as I can get to the helm. Once more. I'm going to tell him to fasten the helm as is.
Okay.
So like essentially not to let it move.
Yep.
Like tie it down.
He's got a thing to secure it.
Yep. That's my move.
Okay. And Francis. You are 10 feet away from a hag.
How close is she to the edge of the boat?
She's more towards the center of the boat than what you are. Because she crossed the boat to get to you and Hesh.
That's love.
Good talk.
I love this bit.
If I was to, from where I'm at, unleash, say, a 30-foot cone, would it hit any of my allies?
Nope, not anymore.
Then yeah, I'm gonna unleash a 30-foot cone.
Dude, you won't.
I will.
To hag number 1.
To hag number 1,
You
who's
also have your boomstick.
yeah,
She fails her save. Are you doing the pulse wave?
yes.
So 66 damage.
Oh shit.
19 and pushed 15 feet away.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna move 15 feet away.
Is that 15 feet toward me?
No.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell the crew to shoot her with crossbows.
Shoot her!
All right, so 3 of them shoot, and 2 of them hit. So D10 plus 3, twice.
So 11 and 6, 17.
Okay. And it is that Sea Hag's turn. So you cast this magic spell in a cone that hits her for a lot of damage, blows her back, and then 2 giant crossbow bolts shoot into her that she screeches a whole bunch. But now she's turned around and her back, and she makes a 5-foot step to Ayda, and they are flanking her now. So they have advantage.
My bad.
And so that is a hit for 15 damage to Ayda.
I'm hanging in there.
And now, Sea Hag number 2 is also going to attack Ayda.
No!
But rolled a 3 and a 2. So Sea Hag number 2 takes 2 swings, but misses because she's pretty fucked up. So Sea Hag 3 is dead. It's back to Ayda's turn.
Fun fact, Ayda, before you take a turn, if you attack somebody and use your inspiration on that, that's advantage, which also gives you sneak attack.
What? I'm sorry, I spaced.
Your inspiration point
So
that Nick gave you.
if you have an inspiration point still,
Yeah,
you
I
can
do.
use it on your attack. That's advantage, which if you land a blow, is eligible for your sneak attack.
Okay. So 2
But-
attacks, essentially?
Yeah, you take 2
sneak
rolls and you take the higher. Yeah.
Yeah, and sneak attack is just a bunch of extra dice on your damage.
They're how close to me?
They're both immediately
Right.
next
Yeah.
to you.
So
And they're both really
Kissing
bloody.
distance.
I kind of want to use both my rapier and my slap dagger.
Yep.
One for one and one for the other. So I will use my slap dagger for number 2, and the rapier for number 1. And do we have any more nets? We had like
You
10
do
of
have some
them.
more
Towards
nets,
the
yep.
back of the boat.
I'm in
Towards the
charge
back.
of the helm.
Yep. You've got, I think, 6 more nets left.
And how many crossbows have we used?
We said 20 nets, right?
I thought you said 10.
We had 10 nets. And we
10
had
nets,
a
30
lot.
cocktails.
30 cocktails.
It might be out of nets.
6.
It's a bunch of people chucked them down.
Yeah. We might have used more nets than we
Yeah,
had.
I think we used more nets than what we had. I was counting to 20 and we used 14. So
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
All right, so I want to use
Thanks.
the rapier against number 1 and the slap dagger against number 2. And then after I do my attack, have everybody shout everybody toward the remaining crossbows. So,
Yeah. All right. So number 1 was your slap dagger? Is that what you said?
No, slap dagger for number 2 because she
Okay.
should have the most damage to her.
Yep. So
And then-
rapier is +7 to hit with 1d8 plus 4 damage. So do that first for number 1.
24,
Yeah, so that's a hit. And then how much was the damage one more time?
12.
Okay. So,
then-
yep, what's number 2?
Okay. 6.
Okay, you killed both of them. So you want to explain what that looks like with them both standing there right next to you? And
The number 2 was the one that had the least amount of damage. So my dagger's on the left. I'd snap that off and swing across. No, she'd be on my right. And I'd swing across and stab her in the eye. And then with the rapier warning, I go underneath and stab her in the gut.
I like it.
Very cool.
And you ordered the other people to shoot crossbows, but you then diced those 2 sea hags up into bits, and they swing the crossbows to shoot, and then they wait, and they're like, huh. All right. And,
Yay!
And you guys did it.
All right.
Awesome.
You did it.
We killed some chags.
You got some chags. And Captain Murphy comes out of his cabin, and he's like, did I miss it?
Yes, the chags attacked. We handled it.
Nobody called me.
A little busy.
You should get a big green phone.
You did it, folks.
All right. And that's a really good spot to stop.
Yeah. I like it.
Right. Ayda to the rescue again.
Wait.
Just saying.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.
Villain.